Good evening, everybody. This is this is fun. Okay, this will be the second time that I've done this episode. It's all right. It's okay. I'm going to start this over again. Good evening, everybody. It's Chrissy, barely twisted and partly bougie. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you. And tonight, the forecast is going to bring a little controversy. So sit back and listen up. Tonight, we're going to be educated on race. That's right, you heard me. Tonight, we're going to talk about a little science. Yeah, yeah. There's there's something that it's been bothering me for a long time, but I finally have a platform to say what needs to be said, and that is that scientifically, there really is there's only one race. Yeah, it's just one. It's the human race. Yeah, I wouldn't lie to you. I wouldn't. I can't. I do not have the ability to lie to you. I mean, I could try, but it would be written all over my face and you'd see right through me. So, I mean, why bother? So, here it is. Scientifically, there is one race, the human race. I know it's a crazy notion, isn't it? That there's just one race where, I mean, like all these years we've been running around calling each other names. It's just kind of stupid, but our forefathers did this to us 100 years ago, and there's nothing we can do to change the fact that this verbiage was put into place in society, and it's been completely blown out of proportion to the point where when you fill out a governmental form of any type, they're going to ask you to provide your race, meaning, are you African American, Hispanic, Caucasian, whatever? What it should ask is, are you human? Yeah, so there's that. And if you're filling out one of those forms and have opposable thumbs, then you're fucking human, okay? But somewhere along the line, somebody came up with some lovely words and interjected them into our language, and it turned ugly quickly. And we as humans acted terribly many, many, many years ago. And people with less melanin in their skin were really awful to people who have more melanin in their skin. So it became a thing. And I'm sure, well, I mean, I know in some places it's still a thing and it's wrong. Now, I'm not your mother, I'm his mother, and he knows better. Okay, so I've done my part. I've brought a tiny human into this world and I educated him properly that we are humans. We're humans. We're the human race. And as humans, the way that we're born genetically, some of us have more melanin in our skin. And it causes that skin to be a little darker than others. Okay? As a matter of fact, my son's best friend, he has a lot of melanin in his skin. And I had love him. He is fabulous. He's no different than any other guy or girl that my son has been friends with. It's amazing, you know. It's amazing how you can expand your circle of friends when you don't see melanin. It's a beautiful thing. It's glorious. It really and truly is. And I have found, being a past HR director, that when you sit down with someone and you only like make a decision about that person based on their personality and attitude and resume, yeah, you get a wider variety of qualified individuals. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's an amazing thing to have that kind of talent that you can see past all that. Well, I got to tell you, as a participant in the human race, I have found that since I have done away with, you know, all that color profiling, yeah, that's what I'll call it, color profiling, that my life is just so much more beautiful and colorful. It's got this broad spectrum, you know? Kind of like when you want to remodel your house or change a room, and you go out to your local hardware store and you walk into the paint area and you say, hey, I need to pick a color. And they say, oh, okay. And they hand you this color wheel, and it has all these different shades of any color you can possibly imagine. Well, that's kind of like how the human race is. There's all different colors of people, and the only difference is the amount of melanin that we have in our skin. From Joe Blow to Margaret Mary over here, that's the only difference, is the amount of melanin that we have in our skin. And oh, here's something biologic for you. Every human being, if they get cut, it all comes out the same color too. It's crazy. I know. But I'm not lying. Because again, I do not have the ability to lie to you. It would be written all over my face. Okay? These are 1000% factual. Okay? And I know this because the first time I recorded this episode of my podcast, I kept saying the word melatonin. That's something you take to help you sleep. Melanin is what's in our skin. It's what changes the color of our skin. But anyway, you know that's what causes a freckle too. When you get freckles on your face, and all these influencers out there, and they're just like putting little dots on their faces to give them freckles. It's melanin. So that's our biology lesson for the day. So, what are you going to do? How are you going to go forward? Are you going to sit down with your children, your baby children, your little tiny humans, and correct any mistakes that you've made about what you've told them about right and wrong and black and white? Are you going to correct that? Are you going to make it better? Are you going to make yourself better? That's the question. Are you going to do better? You should. You should. Actions speak louder than words. So here's how it goes. Today's society we trend, okay? So how about we start a new trend that all this time that we've been nasty individuals, we've been nasty humans. Well, now we need to start a trend to being intelligent humans. It's melanin. It's biologic. It's genetic. When we're born with a little more or a little less melanin in our skin, it actually does not change who we are up here. It doesn't. It doesn't have anything to do with our brain, our attitude, how we speak, what we like, who we love. It doesn't change any of that. It doesn't. We're going to be who we are. We're going to love who we love. And that's just it. We come into this world in a specific way. And we cannot change our biological, genetic chemistry. We can't. Because if we could, I would have been the first one to sign up to be a skinny girl. Okay? If we could change our genetics, I would have changed to be genetically skinny my whole life. But that wasn't an option. Nobody came to me and said, "Hey, Chrissy, don't you want to change those genes? Wouldn't you rather be, I don't know, tall, thin, blonde with a nice rack and a poppin' ass?" You think I wouldn't have signed up for that shit? Yeah, in a heartbeat. And I would have signed up for some extra melanin in my skin. Nobody wants to be pasty. Please. Not to mention, people with more melanin in their skin, they age so beautifully. It makes me want to just... Y'all are so fortunate. No, the less melanin you have, the more wrinkles you get. It sucks. But you know, something needs to happen. If we can't set this trend, we got something seriously wrong, because just in case you hadn't noticed, on TikTok and other YouTube channels, Lord knows those influencers will influence you to do everything else under the sun and trend. They can trend mascara to be sold out worldwide. Certainly we can trend to where people will start recognizing that we are one race, no color. One race, no color. Stop it. We're humans. That's it. We're just human. Beyond that, that's up to you. how you treat each other, I just don't know what else to say. We got to do better, people. If we don't, can you imagine what the world is going to look like in 50 years? I don't even want to think about that. Don't even. Because the color war is almost as, well, that's a whole nother podcast. I don't know if I want to do that one or not. But politics, they are so right and left right now. The country's going straight to shit. Okay? Well, we see how quickly that has escalated in this country. Well, the race thing, it's been going on for years and years and years and years and years, way before all the politics crap. And maybe it's because of social media that it's more prevalent. It's in everybody's face. It's in our living rooms. It's on our televisions. It's on our phones. It's everywhere. Okay. But it's always been around. But nobody ever came forward. Nobody ever had the balls to step up and say, hey, we got it wrong. We got it wrong. We got it so wrong because we're just humans. I'm going to say it. I'm going to keep saying it. We are humans. Actions speak louder than words. Start the trend. Set the trend. Promote this trend. One race. No color. I dare you. I fucking dare you. Go to work tomorrow. Call your friends up and say it. Say it out loud. One race. No color. I double dog dare you to change, to evolve into something current, relevant, peaceful, and proper. What's it going to hurt? The only thing it's going to do is make us a better society, make us a better people, make us a better race. Equality. Now, that's racial equality. Gender equality is a whole other subject, because coming from the professional world, still pisses me off that as a female, I can do the same job as a guy and get paid at least 25% less. That's a whole nother show. But we can change this whole racial problem in this country, in this world. Okay? It doesn't have to be like this. It doesn't have to be like this, people. And it's got to stop. If it doesn't stop, we're all just going to end up killing each other. And then what are we going to do? Right? Who's going to procreate then? Better yet, who's going to bitch about it? So, I hope I've given you some food for thought. I hope you will take it and move forward with it, pay it forward, share. And if you like what you hear, subscribe, share it with somebody else. Let's get it going. Let's get it going. Peace, love, and rock and roll, bitches.